Alright everyone, and this is video vlog number 8 for the channel, and tonight we're going to be going down to the Ford Quarry Hub for some Northern League Division 2 action between Sunderland West End and Easington Colliery. Should be a great game. It's been a great day already in the Northern League. I know there's a lot of ground hoppers going to 3 games in a row today, which I wish I could because it looks absolutely fantastic. Some great pictures being put into the group throughout the day today. But yeah, about the next 20 minutes, going to be heading down there. Really excited, always going down, always a great welcome by Sunderland West End. Get on very well with the management team down there and the committee as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game and going into the game. 2 sides in different forms. Obviously got Sunderland West End, first 2 sitting 19th. And over the last kind of 5 games, 5 losses in a row. And like I say, I know the management team quite well down there and they'll be very disappointed of how it's going at the moment. I know they came in, there's changed the style of football, and the young lads as well play some great footballs at times, but it just looks like the last few games something's just not going right. I know there's been quite a few changes when you look at the lineups. There's been quite a few people missing because of work or injuries, and it's kind of changing the team week in, week out, and at any level you cannot be doing that if you need to be picking up points as well. But yeah, after 2 great wins as well, because you look back kind of into January, the win against Willington and the win against Bolton as well, and you kind of thought, you know what it is, these could now go on and push up towards mid-table. I know we're speaking to Steve and that was kind of their aim at that point, but then like you say, since then some big heavy defeats as well in the league. Yes, I know they got beat 6-0 off Burley, but obviously they're doing absolutely fantastic. Obviously goal striker Rutledge in some fantastic form this season, so that was never in doubt. That game was going to be a defeat. Nothing against West End, but obviously just how good Burtley's actually playing at the moment as well. The only thing that kind of, it's starting to worry now, obviously they're starting to slip down that table, sitting 3rd bottom at the moment. Obviously Washington's got some game in hands as well, and it really frustrates us. I know we spoke about it on the channel that at the moment some teams in Division 2, they don't know how many teams are coming up and how many teams are going down, and that must be killing some management, some teams down in that scrap at the moment, because if one team goes down, fair enough, yes, Wilton's miles off the next team above. But if the FA comes out in the next few days or the next week or so to say, 4 teams are going to go down, 3 teams are going to go down, that's shocking at this point in this point in the season, and the FA really need to have a look at that. I know there's quite a lot of teams who's applied for promotion. Are the grounds up to standard? It's going to be quite a worrying few weeks. So I think tonight it's a massive game for West End, and I think they need to start picking up a couple of wins before the end of the season. I know there's only 3 or 4 games left now. Obviously the home game tonight, Billingham Symphonia away, and then obviously a home game to finish at Redcar Town as well. So 3 big games coming up, but I know Steve will have the lads grafting all the arses off to the end of the season as well, and I think that's what we're expecting tonight, and we'll see what happens with them. And getting on the wayside, we have got Easington Colliery coming along tonight, who's sitting 11th in the league. And a lot of people say when you get this time in the season, there's nothing to play for, but it is for both teams. Obviously West End want to push on from that relegation, and I would imagine Easington Colliery, they want to finish in that top 10. I know the highest they can finish now, I think off the top of my head, is about 9th, looking at it. But after a cracking 2-2 draw against Horden about a month ago now, they've played 5, won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1. So on some great form at the moment. The likes of Roper, Norton, Ord, getting amongst the goals always helps. If you can get lads on form hitting the back of that net, it always helps as well. The last couple of games, won 3-1 against Bolton and drew 1-1 against Chelsea Street Down, who is no pushover at the moment. Bowie and doing some great jobs down there with Stewart as well. But yeah, getting on back to the overall game tonight, really looking forward to going down. What am I expecting? I always give a score prediction, and I just think obviously with West End losing the last 5, Easington pushing out the top, I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw tonight. I've been quite close in the last few ones. What should be a 5-0 win for somebody, but yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So I'm just about to head down there now. Lots coming up. We're going to be chatting to the managers, hopefully a couple of players tonight as well. Hopefully get some of the ground hoppers on as well tonight. I know there's a few, like I say, all been around the northeast watching the football today, so it'll be nice to speak to them as well. Hopefully get some great action on camera and get a few goals on camera as well. But yeah, please enjoy the video, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button as well, as we're pushing on to 1,000 subscribers. So here we are with Steve before the game. Steve, just your thoughts going into the game tonight?
Another tough game. Must win tonight for us, I think. Easington been on a good run of form, and I'm expecting a really tough game. We've got a few missing, they've got a few missing, so still should be a good game.
Yeah, look at the games that you've had as well, the last 5 games, and I know when you first came in and turned things around and playing some great football, you must be disappointed with the last 5 games, 5 losses.
Absolutely. Can't quite put our finger on it. Combination of things, possibly injuries, suspensions. A couple of lads have got the gated, which is great for the club, but we've lost 2 good players there. One of them's back tonight, thankfully. But we've got to put it right, and we will. We'll start tonight.
Like you say, it must be frustrating because we've seen the team sheet the last few weeks and lads at work. I know you can't help in this division, but it must be frustrating as a manager trying to put out the same team week in, week out to get some momentum, and you just kind of do it.
It's frustrating tonight because there's 7 lads missing tonight. Right. Frustrating, but once again, me and Steve will have to work with what we've got. We've got 16 lads there tonight. We've had 1 pull out just before the game with an injury, which wasn't helpful, but we'll be all right. We'll be okay.
And just your thoughts, and obviously we were discussed on the show last week about obviously the FA not deciding kind of relegation promotion, which I think it's absolutely shocking going into the last few weeks of the season. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
We've just got to concentrate on what we need to do. We've just got to go out and win games. And that's the most important thing. If we win games, we'll be fine.
Except, no, thank you for your time and I hope you enjoy the game.
Thanks, James. I hope you do.
So Steve, just your thoughts going into the match tonight?
Another tough game. We're all tough in this league. Obviously we're Scotland at the bottom there. These have missing in the form, but they've got a good side out. I think they've got 1 or 2 missing tonight, like we've got 1 or 2 missing. We've been Good Friday. But we're hopeful. We're definitely hopeful of a better performance than the last time we were out. Obviously against Berkeley Town, which was a real poor performance by our standards. Got let down by a few lads, but we're getting the sort of the side back together now. So we've got a few new faces tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, just been saying to Steve, I mean, the last 5 games, 5 losses, but you look at them team sheet and every week it's different faces, people missing cost of work. It must be so frustrating as a manager trying to put a team out week in, week out, and you get that momentum going, isn't it?
It's really frustrating. It's the first time me and Steve's really encountered it, really, because obviously from our youth days and that we were getting sort of the same side just about every week. But since we've came in here, it's been difficult every week just to get the same side out, and you see other teams doing it, so why can't we? So maybe a different change of mentality for next season, a different personnel.
Yeah, and especially like you say, with 3 games left now, you want to try and finish the season as much as a high. You know, Washington looks like they're trying to get the Great Escape going as well, but it is frustrating. I was just been talking to Steve about the FA with these relegation promotions, 3 weeks before the season. I think they don't know what's going on. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. You should know before you kick the season off, like what you're looking at. Promotion and relegation, both ends of the table, but for some reason they don't do it that way. We've heard different things about teams going into different leagues, you know, like Cumbrian teams and things like that, so we just have no idea. So we've got to go work on the theory that there's 3 going down, and we've got to try and get out that bottom 3, and that's what we're going to try and do. We've got 3 games, 2 at home. Well, we've had most of our success at home,
definitely.
so like I say, we've got to start putting points on the board, because the last 5 games has just been unacceptable.
Excellent. But I wish you the best of luck and hopefully get them 3 points tonight and push on.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Which one was it?
Offside!
Where's that ball? Bloody fucking left them! Get free of this, come on! Fucking attack it! Shoot, you're attacking! Red! Heads up!
The both teams coming out the second half now. Half time, Sunderland West End 0, Easington 2. Been very easy so far for Easington. Hopefully second half West End can come out and put up a bit more of a fight. Haven't had too many chances and a couple of simple balls into the box off corners, and Easington's bully the way in and get that ball, and it's ended up in the back of the net twice. Pretty much same 2 goals, which you'll see in the vlog as well. But yeah, very disappointing half from West End. Lots more to come in the second half. So it's full time. Sunderland West End 1, Easington Colliery 2. And if there ever was a game of 2 halves, that was it tonight. Easington Colliery deserved to be 2-0 up at half time. 2 soft goals defended by Sunderland West End in the first half, both off corners. But you kind of felt for the second half they did come out and put up a fight, and they kept going and going, but they just couldn't find the net. Some crucial chances late on the game for West End, a couple just going over the bar, and one of them should have been in the back of the net. But they will be more pleased with the second half performance. In the end, I think a 2-2 draw would have been fair, but Easington pick up the 3 points. Good game tonight. I enjoyed quite a few down watching the game as well, and I hope you enjoy the vlog. Just on my way home now to try to warm my fingers up, a bit cold tonight. But yeah, another great advert for non-league football, and I hope you've all enjoyed your Good Friday football as well.